Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph and we are back with another episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now there was something that was bugging me a little bit, and that was the fact that we haven't found Tartuccio yet. Now I was reading through the quest again and I suddenly remembered, well it says here like we need the Might Relic, which was seized by the kobolds, and that's also what the Might Queen has told us. And we need that in order to get into a sacred hall under the old Sycamore. Now, I went off screen, so to speak, to kind of figure out like what I missed in the old Sycamore, and turns out that I have missed an entire area. So I went back there, and I know I said in the previous episode that I was going to go to the Temple of the Elk, and I will. However, I want to get this one finished as well. The thing is that we are close to level 4 with almost all of the characters. We still need about 650 XP. I would love to be at least level 4 when I try and take on the Stag Lord. So I'm gonna jump right into the area where I kind of missed a very big part. So here we are. We are in the Sycamore Depths. Can show it on the map. Yeah, so there is this gigantic area to the north here, which I completely missed, and which turns out to be quite easy to find since there is a door that you can just open. There you go. And when we walk in here, it all starts making sense all of a sudden. Because who do we find in here? We find a kobold chieftain, and I'm assuming that he's the one that has the relic that we are looking for. So let's talk to this little dragon fellow. Greetings, friends. Yeah, well done, Kobold Crier. I ask help, my shaman Tartuccio go passage under old Sycamore, fight might, search relic. I afraid he can't do, friend find shaman, kobold attack then. Where might Tartuccio be now? Don't know, he leave. If find relic, enter sacred hall, might not go this hall. Jesus. We have might relic, says the chief proudly. Well, hand over that relic, buddy. I may need the relic to enter the hall, if Tartuccio is already there. The chief thinks for a while, scratching the back of his head with a clawed finger. Fine, I give might relic. You touch a door and enter, then return relic. And there we go, we have the might's relic, and now we can enter. How is the war with the mights progressing? We fight mights. Mights break bridge, we break wall, now all quiet. There is someone in your dungeon I wish to discuss. Oh, is there? Tartuccio, bring them. This dumbhead shouts silly things. Call Tartuccio, can't talk good. Yeah, great coming from you, Chief Suitscale. Oh, it's Harrim. This dungeon does not depress me. No, you've been depressed all game, dude. It's as good as any place for contemplating the frailty of life. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and Jaethal is there as well. The little tongue-tied monster accuses me of not being able to speak. Ironic, scoffs Jaethal. Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. Release them, chief. How does holding a dumbhead prisoner serve you? Yes, useless. Let them go. Okay. We'll speak later. Farewell. Someone recently released from Kobold Prison attracts your attention. I do not know if I should even leave this dungeon. I feel such peace here, though at the cost of my freedom. Harrim, you are such a strange dwarf. I'm starting to doubt that you are a dwarf. Maybe you're just a big halfling or something. Jaethal straightens her clothes as if to eliminate all signs of staying in the Kobold Prison. Let us strike out and forget. Tell me more about the story of Tartuccio and the Kobolds getting locked in their prison. There is nothing to say. The gnome needed servants to seek an artifact, voiceless, diligent, and numerous. He subdued the kobolds by idle talk and trickery. The despicable buffoon. Arrogance and vanity, that is what drives Tartuccio, and this is why he seeks servants equally arrogant and vain. The kobolds were easily taken in by his talk of glory. A battle with a stag lord and a possible barony awaits me. I would appreciate the help of someone as skilled as you, Jaethal. A battle with the so-called bandit king will entertain me. I shall follow you for now. Harrim, you should join me if you're considering where you should go. I'm actually not quite sure if I need like a depressed dwarf hanging out. It's time to continue my journey. Yeah. So we have Jaethal in the party now. That's positive at least.
State your desire.
My desire? Well, my desire is to level you up. What level are you? Oh, you're a level 1 Inquisitor? Okay, we need to change that then. Alright, so let's take a look at Jaethal as a character. She has quite good stats, I have to say. Inquisitors tend to move from place to place, chasing down enemies and researching emerging threats. As a result, they often travel with others, if for no other reason than to mask their presence. Inquisitors work with members of their faith whenever possible, but even such allies are not above suspicion. Alright, so let's level her up. And I had to go into the option menu for a moment, because if you have the game on normal difficulty, then the leveling up of the companions happens automatically. So I had to turn that off, because we want to play a little bit with Jaethal and not make her a straight Inquisitor. So she's an Inquisitor of Urgatoa, who is also known as the Pellet Princess and Lady Despair. It's the goddess of physical excess, disease, and the undead. She's mostly worshipped by dark necromancers, the undead, and those wishing to become undead. Sometimes those who live gluttonous lifestyles make supplication to her, as do those suffering from a serious illness. Her faithful belief she was the first creature to defy Pharasma and return unnaturally from the boneyard and break free from the cycle of souls. Pharasma is, of course, the goddess of life and death, or at least the natural cycle of life and death. And by default are quite opposed to undead. I think that's the friendly way of saying it. She has the death domain and a bleeding touch, which can do 1d6 points of damage per round. That's nice. She has proficiencies, simple weapons plus longbow, short bow, and the favorite weapon of her deity, which is a scythe in the case of Urgatoa. And she has light armor, medium armor, and shield. So if we add a level of fighter, she would also get heavy armor. She has pretty much divine cantrips. She can detect magic. She has a stern gaze, skilled at sensing deception and intimidating their foes, and they receive a morale bonus on persuasion and perception checks. So that's good to keep in mind if we want to divide the skill points. Then for sure I want to put some in persuasion and perception. She has judgment. She can pronounce judgment upon her foes as a swift action, starting with the judgment is made. When the judgment is made, the Inquisitor receives a bonus or special ability based on the type of judgment made. So the different judgments can be either like receiving extra armor or receiving extra damage or better attack rolls and stuff like that. We are going to go to 1 level in fighter. Just the regular fighter is fine. That will give heavy armor proficiency, like I mentioned. And it's going to give us a bonus combat feat as well. So, skill-wise, let's see. We have everything as a class skill. So, like I mentioned, persuasion and perception. And then I'm going to add a point in mobility as well. Alright, now, the scythe is maybe not the best weapon. So how about we pick Elven Curve Blade? I think we've seen that one. And you get a +1 bonus on attack rolls with the Elven Curve Blade. Plus she is an elf, so kind of makes sense story-wise as well. So let's take that one. And that completes this level. And then we have to level up to level 3. And we are going to do that by picking Barbarian. And not just any Barbarian, but a Mad Dog Barbarian. And you're gonna see that we're gonna have another party member very soon. So what does the Mad Dog Barbarian do? I don't think there's anything new here with proficiencies, but they get an animal companion, yes. They get fast movement as well, but guess what? What kind of a cool animal companion? Exactly. There's gonna be another Smilodon in the party, because the one we already have is quite cool, to be honest. Skill points are gonna be similar. Perception, persuasion, then maybe a point in use magic device, and another point in mobility. There we go. And then as a feat, the boon companion, so your bond with your animal companion is unusually close. The abilities of your animal companion are calculated as though your class were 4 levels higher, to a maximum effective level equal to your character level. Alright, so we're gonna pick boon companion. There we go. And that brings us to level 3, here we are. So we finally have this token that we need, this branch, the Might's Relic. And so we are going to start exploring. But first we are going to steal some more stuff. Well, technically it's not stealing, because, you know, we're all friends and everything. And hey, look, there is another Smilodon. Hey Smilodon, what's up? So let's see what else is in here. I think Harrim still here somewhere.
How curious.
Picking up some more useful things. The size of this room's shelving suggests that it once served as a larder for human miners who abandoned this place long ago. There is another bag there that we can take a look at. Okay, some spoons, decorative scabbard, yep. Alright.
All according to plan.
I was successful in my search.
Very good. Some potions. Ooh, almost forgot. Taldan Warrior's Dog Tag, a memento of times long past. A well-grounded antiquities collector might pay handsomely for it. Yeah, we really need to start finding this antiquities collector. Because we have so much antiquities stuff now. Where are you running off to? Okay. So here we are. Yeah, so this is what you get with the reloading that I had to do all the time. So there are, while I thought that this map was completely checked already, that seems not to be the case. For the simple reason that with the reloading and things, I just did not go back to every single area. Apparently. Let's take a look at how we're gonna place everyone. Why are these Smilodons in the back? That doesn't make sense, does it? Let's see. Let's... this would be good. Jaethal, I think... Well, maybe put Jaethal on the front as well. Put Amiri back there. Put the Smilodons. And then we can... Alright, so something like this, a big blob of party members. That's the perfect formation if you ask me. And so let's head up this tunnel.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Sure, Lindsay. We can just let this play out. It's gonna be very easy to kill these. Oh, another bag. With good stuff. There we go. And the map stops here. Okay. So then we'll go up there. That route, did we check that route completely? I think so. Alright, yeah, so here we have another part which hasn't been discovered yet, between brackets. Alright, Smilodon's cleaning house.
That is not far.
To victory!
Yeah, this was Jaethal cleaning house.
What a surprise!
The plate lifts. Oh, I see. This is kind of like a
What troubles you?
puzzle or something. Yep.
Time's not waiting.
Let us not hesitate.
Okay, and then Jaethal, you can open this.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
Skeletal champion, yeah. I think it's gonna be the Smilodons that charge forward for some reason. Alright. Bunch of armor, that's fine. There is a body there. Alright. Have we done enough grave robbing for today? Looks like it. The inscription reads in praise of Baldur and the brave warriors of the 5th Army of Exploration, fallen but remembered in honor. Below is a date, year 2014, age of enthronement. Alright. This room is surely the oldest, most forgotten place in the dungeon. The lair of dust lies thick as a blanket. It's good to have a Smilodon who can read all this stuff for us. It's extremely handy. Let's head up there and see if we find some more of these centipedes to crush. Nope, we found something else. And this is what? A Might Hermit. Okay. But the Might Hermit doesn't really own anything, and can we talk to him? Oh. Guess he's pissed off that we found him, huh? Okay,
As it should be.
Let's leave him in peace then. Snarling at us, how dare he? There's a lot of crap here. Ooh, we are ambushed by centipedes that last the whole 2 seconds. Riala didn't even get the chance to harness her powers, and then the fight was already done. Let's see, where are we on the map now? Okay, so this is where we need to go. It works. Alright, finally. What's this guy doing? Is that some kind of a portal?
Oh, my impromptu rival. You are late, as always. A little advice: never join any races. Speed is just not for you.
I know you are a Pataxian spy.
But you don't know my mission, and won't ever know, because I will never tell you, even for the pleasure of seeing your discouraged face.
What's with the disguise, Tartuccio?
Do you mean the performance I put on for the kobolds? Wasn't this an excellent idea? The poor folks did everything I wanted, even started a brawl with their beloved neighbor mites. I did not even need to make any effort to complete my mission. That is why I will always be a step ahead of you and the like.
And this is the person I nearly made the hero of my book? Ew.
Yeah, exactly, Lindsay. Ew.
Without a doubt, vice does have its advantages. However, in the end, it always, you hear me? Always gets what it rightfully deserves.
Ooh. Valerie goes, "You hear me?" "So what were you looking for? Why do you need all this?"
Don't take me for an idiot. I am not going to tell you anything. Even despite the fact that I am going to kill you. By the way, did you know I am going to kill you?
By the way, do you know I think this is not gonna work out for you? But since you threatened to kill me, enough. We will fight to settle our dispute.
We will prevail.
So, let's see. Should we all just run for Tartuccio? Smilodon. Another Smilodon. Let's see. Jaethal, what can you do? Sacred bonus on damage rolls. That sounds good. Inflict light wounds of divine favor. That's not really what I need. Days. How about Lindsay? You cast sleep on this bunch. Now they're gonna run forward, of course, but summon nature's ally over there. Or over there. And let's see what happens. Smilodon charges. Okay. Too bad that Tartuccio still got his whatever it was that he threw. Yeah, no idea. Maybe like Alchemist Fire or something. And yeah, they went down.
A rest would be welcome.
Yes. Okay.
In due time.
Okay, this is where the other guys were attacking the rocks. Okay, now I understand why they were there. A pedestal of some sort formed by tangled tree roots. It seems that some long and narrow object rested here until recently. There is no sign of it now. Okay. So that was that, huh? No more rival. At the exit of Sycamore Hall, you meet Beda, Queen of the Mites, and Sootscale, Chief of the Kobolds. They look askance at each other, their rage barely suppressed, but they do not attack. You promise find truth, open it soon, you find Shaman. Tartuc deceived everyone. It was he who stole the Sycamore branch from the Kobolds to make war with the Mites. He attacked me, and he was killed. Now I possess both sacred branches. Treacherous, treason. I know, Purple-Hide Traitor. So yeah, here we can... Not quite sure if this is a lawful good action. It says it is, but since I'm allowing these creatures to stay here, I would see it more as a neutral action, but now that you know the truth, you must give up this needless feud. Live together in peace once more. The true aggressor here has received his just punishment. Much blood is shed, not easy forget. Oh, he's a poet. Chief Sootscale the poet. But we struggle, no might, no evil deeds. Again, you friend, welcome guest, always. And the queen shakes her head thoughtfully. Was much dead, hard forget. Oh, another one who was a poet. Bad blood, but I wise queen. Find other way, no kill kobold no more. Ally, you brave and fair. Be our guest, precious now, always. Alright. Well, guess I made some allies. And then let's get out of here.
What a sorry spectacle. The treacherous servant of a treacherous king, who in his turn is mere servant to even greater powers. He impersonates a lesser creature and dies. A good joke is a powerful weapon, and a bad one can seal the Joker's fate. So be it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. Your performance is not over yet.
So someone or something is rising Tartuccio from the dead? Oh man, here I was thinking I got rid of him. Alright, so we are back at Oleg, we have rested, and now it is time to level up the characters. So where are we gonna start? Yeah, let's just start with Gren. Gonna give him another level of Druid, and that means that we get Resist Nature's Lure. Starting at 4th level, a Druid gains a +4 bonus on saving throws against the spell-like and supernatural abilities of Fae and plants. And finally, we get our wild shape into a wolf. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Shaping into a wolf and then going at it in wolf form. Should be fun. We're gonna take strength. Let's see, perception we need, lore nature, and then put a point in athletics. There we go. And that's it. Gren has been completed. Let's take a look at Jaethal. What are we gonna do for Jaethal on level 4? We are gonna give Jaethal another level in Barbarian. So she's currently a 1 level in Fighter, 1 level in Inquisitor, and 1 level in Mad Dog Barbarian. And we're gonna give her another level in Barbarian. And that will give her the Pack Tactics. At 2nd level, a Mad Dog and her War Beast gain +4 bonus on attack rolls while flanking the same opponent. Instead of the normal +2. Whoa, that's great. Okay. You need to keep that in mind, that they're attacking the same person. We are going to give a point in intelligence so we can get some more skill points at future levels. Let's see, persuasion and perception were very useful. And then what else? Mobility, and let's put 1 point somewhere that we don't have one yet. Lore nature, there we go. And that's all for Jaethal. Then we'll go with Amiri. She has 2 levels of Barbarian. Okay, I'm not 100% following this thing. So yeah, we're gonna give her a level in Fighter. Let's see, that gives us a bonus combat feat, yes. We're gonna give her a point in dexterity, and then I'm guessing perception, athletics, mobility, something like that. Use magic device maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we need cleave. Cleave is the one that I want. Alright, let's go to next. So what does cleave do? As a standard action, you can make a single attack at your full base attack bonus against a foe within reach. If you hit, you deal damage normally and can make an additional attack against a foe that is adjacent to the first and also within reach. And since we have a big reach with the Fauchard, this is something very cool. Next, and Samiri finished. Who do we have left? We have Lindsay. Lindsay is gonna take another level in Bard. I'm gonna give her 1 point in intelligence as well. Let's see, trickery, stealth, mobility, persuasion would be good, and use magic device. There we go. And then we need to pick some spells. Heroism gives a +2 to attack roll, save and skill checks. Yeah, the heroism is a good one. And let's see, scare. All targeted living creatures of less than 6 hit dice become frightened. If a creature succeeds at a will save, it's instead shaken for 1 round. Yeah, this is a very good one actually. So, well, it's not the same as sleep, but it's a similar impact where you can target a lot of creatures at the same time. Yes, taking scare. And then we need to level up Valerie. And let's see, Valerie is level 2 fighter, level 1 rogue. She's gonna get another rogue level. She's gonna get a point in charisma. Ooh, that's also a whole bunch of points. So persuasion is a big one. Mobility, athletics, perception I'm guessing is always good. Use magic device. Let's do some more mobility. And then we can choose a rogue talent. And I think we're gonna take combat mobility here. So there seems to be an issue where it's not showing me dazzling display for some reason, and I don't know what that reason is. I should have picked dazzling display last level, but I wasn't there, so we'll see how that continues. I hope that at some point it will show up, but so far it hasn't. Okay, and I'm not gonna level up Harrim, as we are not gonna take him along on any expedition anytime soon. So let's go down the stairs and let's talk to Gaston Gares right here. Tell him what happened to Tartuccio. Or we can just make some pirouettes and hopefully Lindsay will write about that in her book. Before you stands a heavy-set man with grim, determined features. His weathered face is crossed by several scars, yet they do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids eye contact, as if afraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burden weighs so heavily upon him. Gaston, I failed to capture Tartuccio alive. He attacked me. I was killed.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor.
Alright, so we got 1000 gold pieces, that's always nice, and we got 480 experience.
Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
I'll see you later. Farewell. Alright, that ends the Bitter Rival quest. Now let's see if there is a story for Lindsay. Maybe not yet. Alright, so we are going to go to the Temple of the Elk as promised already several episodes probably. So I'll get back to you when we get there. Alright, here we are at the Temple of the Elk. And
all according to plan.
oh, it's the Guardian of the Bloom again. We found the right trail, but the ritual was held here, but be careful, there are dangerous beasts ahead. Is that a way for the developers to warn me? They are both guards of this place and tokens of the druid's evil magic. Please be careful. Well, okay.
How curious.
A primal giant frog.
What troubles you?
This frog?
Serves you right.
You never had a chance.
Okay, well, that wasn't too much of a struggle. Let's see, do they...
In due time.
The muddy water gives off a strange, nauseating smell and emits the tethered fog. Okay. An ancient statue of Erasil seems to resist the ravages of time. The effects of years, rain and wind have destroyed the temple walls, but they could not subdue the statue. Primal ferocious wolf.
Adventures call to them. You deserved it.
You cannot stand against me.
Left yourself open.
Yeah.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Wow. That was a critical from Gren, I think. Yeah. And they disappear, leaving no loot? Boo. Ooh. It has monsters on every side. Yeah, these boars, they can take a hit. Alright.
That is not far.
Ooh, we're going up the steps now. What? What's this? Bear-like tree ant. Holy crap, that looks big. And it's attacking something. Great. Alright, Smilodon 1, charge. Smilodon 2, charge. Let's see.
Request.
Jaethal. Some extra damage would be good. How much armor class does this thing have? 14. Okay, we should be able to hit that.
Just letting the ink dry.
Alright, Lindsay. Let's see. Hideous laughter. Would that make sense on a bear? Yeah, that makes sense on a bear, I guess. What else are we gonna do with this bear?
Wow.
Miri, you can rage. Not rage. Yes. And
I am yours to command.
yes.
Speak.
Do you have a nice spell that we can use? Divine Favor. Did you have Bless or something? Oh, Daze might be interesting too. Disrupt Undead. Those are all judgments. Yeah.
We will prevail.
Your life fleeting.
Whoa, that was some good hits there. At least. I completely forgot about Riala. Riala, why don't you throw some magic? Oh, it's not needed anymore. Alright. Who are you?
Your aid came at just the right time, stranger. My name is Tristian. I'm a priest of merciful Sarenrae. Another moment, and I fear I would have been on my way to her chambers, somewhat earlier than my destiny requires.
A Sarenrae fanatic. Talk about people I'd be just as happy not seeing for the next 1,000 years.
A local nymph directed me here. She thinks the enchanted fog in this temple was created by the druid who served the bandit leader here. I expect defeating the beast guards should cause the fog to clear.
I have never spoken to nymphs, but I believe their assessment is accurate. The creatures occupying this temple are far from ordinary animals. The power that moved them here is related to the fog. The beasts hold the fog as anchors hold a ship dancing in the waves. From what I can tell, once the beasts are defeated, the fog should begin to clear.
The beasts are defeated. What now?
Praised be Sarenrae. Now, if my knowledge serves, the fog should weaken and eventually clear entirely. We need only wait. Perhaps somewhere more hospitable?
You're wounded. Do you need
I
aid?
am a priest of Sarenrae, and a skilled healer. I have done all I can, but it will take some time for my strength to return in full. But worry not. I will make my way to the trading post nearby, and wait there as I make my recovery.
How did you get here?
I was investigating this fog. I believe you have already discerned that it is magical in nature. I serve Sarenrae, goddess of sunlight. Discovering an evil magic that isolated living creatures from the sun alarmed me in no small way. I was able to locate the place the fog originated from, but was too presumptuous and almost got into the beast's teeth.
With those beasts dead, I have other matters to attend to. Farewell.
Please wait. You saved my life. I have no treasures or relics, but I have knowledge and the divine power of a priest. I wish to aid you in your journeys. Alas, my wounds won't allow me to join you right now. I will travel to the trading post. I hope to be able to repay you for my life once I recover from these wounds.
Alright, so that sounds like another companion.
As it should be.
There was something that got highlighted here somewhere, yes. Some loot. More loot. Let's see if there's something on this side as well. Okay.
In due time.
The water is crystal clear and seems to radiate a gentle, soothing shine. Okay, so that means that the fog has cleared. So that's something. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a look at the old oak and then take a look at the Technic League encampment, and after those encounters I'm assuming it's time to head back to the trading post. So let's go to the old oak. I don't remember. I think I've been here before, maybe in one of the games that I was reloading all the time. And that there was... oh yeah, that's the reason why. There was a troll. Yeah, so we don't really know what it does, huh? Let's
I wrote it like I saw it. Any last wishes? Can you make an epic pose?
Let's
I
shoot
need
it.
inspiration.
Oh, that was a critical hit. Well done, Lindsay. Alright, Smilodon. Charge on in ahead. Another charge. Riella. Then, let's see, what are we gonna do? Acid Maw. Oh yeah, that's great. Let's cast Acid Maw. And then Lindsay, you can inspire some courage. Amiri, you can rage. And Jaethal, you can do the Destruction Judgment. We'll see how that goes. So, that died. Remove regeneration. There is a belt. Okay. Let's see if there's some more to be found around here. Looks like a crossbow of some kind.
All according to plan.
Okay, we don't seem to get into there. That's fine.
Enemy approaching.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it's boggarts. Yeah. Alright. The boggarts went down quite easily once more. And that might be it for this region actually.
Follow my lead.
Yes. Alright, that was the old oak. We got some more experience. Let's head to the Technic League encampment now. Alright. We are somewhere near the encampment.
In due time.
We seem to be able to move up here.
That is not far.
There is someone coming.
Stand with me.
Okay, they did not waste any time attacking.
I'm reading you out of our story.
Submit.
Mage. Alright, Smilodon. Grab the mage. Other Smilodon. Grab the mage as well. Let's see what we can do. Let's do Hideous Laughter on the Swordsman. Some more destruction. Alright. That's Kalana over there. So, go forth, my good friends. Oh, there is some more. There is an archer and another mage. Okay. Let's see. Gonna have to change our approach a little bit, I guess. Would be good to get in close with some people. Jaethal, you are... let's see, you're quite close actually. Maybe you can...
Learn how to use it first.
Yeah, why don't you tell me what it's like, huh? Oh, there is another one there. So we do need someone to occupy himself with that archer. So Smilodon, why don't you do that? No, doesn't feel like it. Oh well. Yeah, well, you know. Tactics were not really needed, it seems. Kalana drops her weapon and raises her hands, which are covered in blood. Mercy, don't kill me. The half-orc bares his fangs. That's how you talk now, wretch. I've wanted to do this for so long. He casts a spell on his outstretched palm and sparks begin dancing upon it. The half-elf puts her hand on his shoulder. Regongar, come now, let her go. It's one thing to kill her in battle, but executing her unarmed, why spoil the joy of being free? Octavia, are you out of your mind? This filth is from the Technic League. By her own hand she enchained us. And you want to forgive her? Do you think she'll thank you? Huh, she'll just gather another band and try to catch us again. Before deciding your fate, I want to ask some questions. I will tell you everything. I know much, you will see. I am more used to you alive than dead. Tell me about the Technic League. It's an ancient alliance of wizards and scholars of the Numenarian wastelands and its technologies. We are the mightiest organization in the whole of Numeria. We possess powers that the uninitiated could only dream of. And agents are everywhere, not just in Numeria. Believe me, these are not people you want as enemies. Sounds promising. Only cowards with no honor reckon sheer power a good reason for an alliance. Jaethal raises her eyebrow but doesn't grace Valerie with an answer. Is it normal for the Technic League to grab random people from the road to enslave them. The Technic League is so strong because it is never ashamed of taking what it needs, whatever the laws may say. We are missing a slave, we underestimated you. That was a mistake, of course. I apologize. What are you doing in this part of the world? I was sent by Maestro Janusz. He is a very important person and a mighty wizard who taught these two ungrateful slaves everything they know. He will be furious to find out they are free, and will certainly find the one who stole it. Believe me, he does not need me for that. Whether you kill me or not, he'll find you in no time. You say this Magistro guy of yours will find us anyway, then I guess we don't get anything out of sparing you. You'd best not anger the Maestro. If you kill me, he'll be furious. Oh, I'm so scared. You know, I actually like getting slavers and other assholes angry with me. Then I get to cut them to pieces. Why did you have these two in chains? Because we own them. The Technic League spends vast sums of money on these two. We nurtured them, fed and treated them, even taught them magic for many years. They cost us a fortune and we're not going to just set them free, whatever your local customs say. We are fully in our rights. I don't have any more questions. Listen to me, do not make any hasty decisions. I'm an important person in the Technic League, I have connections. You will benefit from such an ally. You see now what a slimeball she is? Step aside, let me fry her. So we can go neutral good, lawful neutral, chaotic neutral, and lawful evil. Let's go lawful neutral with this one. It's the right thing to punish your tormentor. Killer Regongar. I zap thee with my heart. I didn't mean to spoil the victory, but on the other hand, she deserved it. We're free, I can't believe it, free as the birds in the sky. Thank you, you have no idea how long we've tried to escape the Technic League. This is a miracle. Who are ya? I'm Regongar and this is Octavia. The rotten Numerian held us as slaves, but we are no mere scavengers. You see the crowd they had guarding us? It's because we use magic and I'm not bad with a blade if it comes to that. They're alright. We could use them on our team. What is the Technic League? A huge man-eating spider catching all of Numeria in its webs. They're a secret society of arcane spellcasters who study ancient technology. They have eyes and ears throughout this land and abroad. It's said that they even have Kevod Kul in their pocket, the very sovereign of Numeria. They also control all the slave trade in the country. I've seen many a young treasure hunter's adventurers end at the slave market. May the Technic League rot and abandon. There is nothing worse than a nation in which a secret criminal organization has consolidated power. Even an openly cruel tyrant is better than the infection that festers in Numeria. How did you get captured by Kalana? I've lost count on how many times we've tried to escape. I can't name all the things we have tried, but we were caught every time. And then they just take us somewhere else. I don't know who'd want to buy us, but imagine how happy we were when we learned they were taking us to the River Kingdoms where slavery is forbidden. Indeed, we tried so many times to escape, yet in the end the League itself brought us to the free lands under heavy guard, I'll grant you. If it wasn't for you, who knows where we'd go next. That is something we have to discuss. Go to Oleg's trading post. You'll be safe there. I'll return there soon. We will be waiting for you, but be careful you're not followed. The Technic League has eyes everywhere. So, yeah, that'll teach them. Let's collect everything that's lying around here. Oh, there's another slave there. Freedom, freedom. Oh, okay. We need to check for more slaves, I guess. Some food. A potato. Oh, Lindsay.
Applause, please.
Very, very nice, Lindsay. That's it.
As it should be.
Okay, this is where we entered. So we'll be heading back to Oleg's trading post now. With a delighted smile, Octavia inhales the smell coming from Oleg's trading post. Fresh bread, I can't believe it. All this time we sat in cages and crawled in the mud. There were places in the world where they were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets and maybe we can even take a bath. Huh, a girl can dream. Get some rest. You deserve it. You can be sure of that. I've got years of rest to catch up on. I'll be stuffing my face until I turn into a ball. You do so much for us. Is it all because you are kind? Or maybe it's because you've been charmed by my beauty. I'm taking care of you because you're in my party now. We'll have to save each other in battle more than once. Forget about fighting for a moment. We all need a break, especially you. Alright, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. Yeah, as if a dwarf is gonna flirt with a half-elf. Greetings! In this dark hour I had not even dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blights me, but you appeared and you brought hope along with you. With the strength of the fog fading, I'm able to show you the way to the Stag Lord's fortress. Please go there, slay our enemy before he can strike another blow. Will you help me in this battle? I cannot. My power is barely enough to make a slight tear in the veil of fog. Keep the way open to you is all I can do to help. What happens after I defeat the Stag Lord? Will I ever see you again? And you would like to see me again? Then yes, of course, I'll come to you once our tormentor is gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show the true beauty of these lands. The meadows, the flowers. You can count on me. I'll deal with the Stag Lord and his minions. No one will ever harm you anymore. So flirting with Dryad is totally fine. Half-elves, not so much. Your words resonate inside my soul. Now I can see that I chose the right person worthy of my pleas. Should you lose, my heart will stop with yours. But should you win, the sun shall rise once more over these lands. In its rays, in the ring dance of blooming life, we shall meet again. I will leave you a small gift, a token of hope, and the reward that awaits you after all these hardships. Farewell, no, take care. Alright, we've received the
all according to plan.
Nymph's gift. Let's see, who do we need to talk to? Not Gaston. Not Bokken, not Harrim. Jod, yes. He's the one we need to talk to.
How may I serve you?
I found the Temple of the Elk and killed the beast there.
Erastil be praised, you finally returned, my good friend. Tristian told me how you helped him at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I've followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please, take this as a token of appreciation.
Do you understand the true meaning of your visions now?
I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you, and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well. Tristian is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristian and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the stag god lead you down the true path.
That's enough about this for now.
As you wish.
Tell me about Erastil.
Of course. It would be my pleasure. Erastil is one of the eldest gods of Golarion. His faith emerged when the first people appeared upon the land. Erastil helped our ancestors cultivate the land and hunt. Even now, his blessing lies with those who uphold the old traditions and keep to simpler ways, far from civilization and the noise of the city.
What does Erastil demand of his faithful?
The word demand does not befit the stag god. Honesty and friendship, loving families, merry weddings, and newborn children in their mother's arms, they bring a smile to Erastil's face. He loves his people and rewards them with fortunate hunts and plentiful harvests. But he has no temper for sloth and vanity. He never bestows gifts upon his faithful without first measuring their worthiness. We ourselves must win our daily bread, but the stag god comes to our aid in times of need and strife.
I've always had a respect for Erastil and his priests.
I see it more clearly every day. Erastil himself led me to meet you. Your keen spirit will serve you well. I am happy to help.
Tell me about yourself, Jod.
What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about your past.
My story? Why not? You deserve to know it. I am a priest of Erastil, and Galt is my homeland. You can imagine what it's like following the teachings of the stag god in a realm torn by discord and strife. Rebellion and suspicion are the pillars of Galt. Led by Erastil, I tried to guide my flock to embrace tranquility and balance, and guard them from hasty judgment, until I fell from grace myself. Foolish, foolish old Jod. My misdeeds cast a shadow over my life and service. In search of redemption and a balm for my soul, I took to the road. I had come nearly to despair when Erastil sent me a vision of the Temple of the Elk. I knew that very moment that the stag god had shown me the way to redemption.
What did you do to anger Erastil?
Well, if you truly wish to know, I'll have to start from the long time back. Werewolves preyed upon the lands around my village. They murdered people for fun or sport, and left the corpses to rot on the roads. One night, They broke into a young woman's house and dragged her into the streets. One evening, a traveler came to our tavern, tattered and dirty from days on the road, like so many others roaming Galt. He sat quietly in the corner of the tavern, drinking cheap ale, and in an instant, I knew he was a werewolf. I felt it in my soul. It was like Erastil himself had whispered it into my ear. Led by Providence, I left to gather my flock, and we surrounded the tavern. The retribution was swift. However, I was tragically mistaken. The young man was no werewolf. He was a bandit, sent to spy on the village by one of the local gangs. We only found out after, when we went through his things.
Still, you saved the village from another danger, did you not?
That's still no excuse for my actions. I was a fool. I made a grave mistake. And what's worse, in the eyes of my flock, I cast doubt on Erastil's greatness. A priest who can barely hear the voice of his god is a disgrace to his lord and himself, and corrupts the very people he would save. Whatever the case, I knew Erastil was no longer pleased with me. It was terrifying. Imagine how my mind raced when here in the Stolen Lands I heard the voice of the Stag God once again. He gave me another chance at service to atone for my guilt. Now I have regained hope, and that very hope is my most precious possession.
What can you tell me about your homeland, Galt?
For some, it is a land of freedom, where power belongs to the people, not to lords or kings. For others, it's a land of never-ending revolution, a realm surrendered to anarchy. It depends on who you ask. For me, I found Galt a violent place. Crowds eager to lynch a stranger for that accent or appearance, where a single word uttered at the wrong time or place can spark the people to riot and cities to burn. For me, it is a place inhabited by the frightened and the desperate, always suspicious, watchful of trickery. All too often they are deaf to the voice of reason. They cannot grasp that chaos and lawlessness lead only to yet more chaos and lawlessness. All my life I've tried to break through to these poor people, but alas, I don't seem to have made much progress. As you wish.
Tell me about the visions that led you to the Temple of the Elk.
That's why I'm here. As you wish.
What services do you offer? Okay, so he's selling gigantic amount of scrolls. Okay, we don't really need that. Alright, this is where I'm gonna end the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, hit that like button. Critically hit the subscribe button as well if you want to follow along on our adventures. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.